Cardfight, Vanguard, DZ-BT03.
Greetings! Mandatory79 here, and welcome to the very first deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Divinez 2. Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading the game, and here we are in the main menu. So next, let's get on over to the deck build menu. Here we are in the deck list menu, and now for today's deck profile video. The deck profile video I'm going to be making one for is a Dragon Empires. Over here it is, Dragon Empires, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon deck, Dragresonance build, DZ-BT03. Alrighty, let's get started. So going to the edit deck menu, entering edit deck, and here we are in deck build. And like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building this deck profile video is a Dragon Empires, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon, Dragresonance build with cards available up until DZ-BT03. Alrighty, let's get started. First up, the right deck. And now for the right deck. For the cards in this right deck, we are playing the Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. Skills, first skill, auto as a Vanguard at the beginning of your main phase. Energy Charge 3. Second skill, actions, a Vanguard. Cost, Energy Blast 3. If the cost is paid, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If you do not retire a card, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, it gets plus 10,000 power instead of plus 5,000 power. Third skill, auto as a Vanguard once per turn. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. If you Energy Blast 6 or more in the total of cost of this unit's abilities this turn, cost, Counter Blast 1. If the cost is paid, stand this unit, and it gets drive -2 until end of turn. Then, cost, Soul Blast a card the same card name as this unit. If that cost is paid, this unit gets drive +1 until end of turn. Alrighty, the Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon, we have one the right deck. Up next, the Grade 2, Shooting Star Vergila. Skills, first skill, actions, a Vanguard once per turn. If you have 4 more rear guards, cost, reveal a Vergila and its card name from right deck. If the cost is paid, this unit gets +1 critical until end of turn. Second skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 Grade 2 card from among them, reveal it, put it in the hand, and shuffle deck. If it was rolled upon by a Grade 3 or greater card for Vergila in its card name, look at all of the deck instead of the top 7 cards. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Shooting Star Vergila, we have one the right deck. Next up, the Great 1, Rising Star Vergila. Skills, first skill, continuous as Vanguard during your turn. This unit gets plus 2,000 power for each of your rear guards. Second skill, continuous as a Vanguard. When you would write from right deck, you can write with Soul Blast 1 instead of choose a card from hand and discard it. Affirmative, the Great 1, Rising Star Vergila, we have one the right deck. And next, the Great 0, Heated Blade Ardot, starting unit. Skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirm, the Grade 0, Heated Blade Ardot, starting unit, we have one the right deck. With that, we've covered the deck's right deck. Next, let's get on to the main deck. And now for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. Since we already explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we'll just skip ahead. For the Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon, we have 3 in the main deck. Next, the Grade 3, Normal Order, Best Harvest. Skill, order, choose one of your Vanguards. Until end of turn, it gets auto as a Vanguard. When your opponent's rear guards retire during your main phase, you draw a card. Alrighty, the Grade 3, Normal Order, Best Harvest, we have 2 in the deck. And here we have the Grade 3, Normal Order, Dragresonance. Skill, order, choose one of your Vanguards. It gets auto as a Vanguard once per turn. When this unit stands, all of your front units gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. And okie dokie, the Grade 3, Normal Order, Dragresonance, we have 3 in the deck. And if that, we've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 2. Inscribing Bullet Duststorm Baxter. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard. During the battle, this unit is attacked by your opponent's unit, not in the same column as unit. This unit cannot be hit. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When your opponent's rear guard in the same column as unit is retired during your turn, choose one of your vanguards. That unit and this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Alright, the Grade 2, Inscribing Bullet Duststorm Baxter. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2. Dragresonance Latifah. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rigor circle other than my unit card ability, if you play a normal order this turn, cost, Soul Blast 1. If the cost and pay, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your vanguards from among them, reveal it, call to rigor circle with unit card, put into hand if it's a normal order, shuffle deck. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle for each of your opponent's open rigor circles in the same columns as unit. Okie dokie, the Grade 2. Dragresonance Latifah. We have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2. Dragresonance Falheart. Skills, first skill, auto. When this card is put onto Guardian Circle from hand or discarded from hand while riding from the right deck, cost, Counter Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3. If the cost and pay, draw a card. Second skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rigor circle, if your persona wrote this turn, cost, Counter Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3. If the cost and pay, choose a Grade 1 card without Sentinel from drop and call to the back row rigor circle. Affirmative, the Grade 2, Dragresonance Falheart. We have 3 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 2. Crushing Dragon Spinal Assaulter. Skill, auto as a rear guard, once per turn. When your opponent's rear guard is retired by the ability of your Grade 3 or greater Vanguard, this unit gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. Confirm, the Grade 2 Crushing Dragon Spinal Assaulter. We have 3 in the deck. And here the Grade 2 Normal Order Blazing Warcry. Skill, order. Look at the top 7 cards of deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them and reveal it. And perform one of the following. First effect, put the revealed card into Soul and shuffle deck. Second effect, if the revealed card has the same card name as your Vanguard, put into hand and shuffle deck. Third effect, if your rear guard or soul has a Grade 2 or less unit card with the same card name as the revealed card, call the revealed card to rigor circle and shuffle deck. And, alright, the Grade 2 Normal Order Blazing Warcry. We have 2 in the deck. With that, we covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1. Guardian Monk of Raging Flames Manju, Sentinel Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may own up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from hand discarded. Alrighty, the Grade 1. Guardian Monk of Raging Flames Manju. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1, Blitz Order, Elementary Sanctitude, Sentinel Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may own the 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementary Sanctitude deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard is triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Play the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and pay, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until end of battle. Move this card. Okie dokie, the Grade 1, Blitz Order, Elementary Sanctitude. We have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 1. Dancing Princess of Elegant Flames, Justina. Skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rigor circle from hand, if you do not play any orders this turn, cost, discard a card from hand. If the cost and paid, search your deck for up to 1 order card without Reckless Piece, discard it, and it gets continuous. This card can be played from drop, and when it be put into drop after being played, put in the bottom of the deck instead. And until end of turn, shuffle deck. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Dancing Princess of Elegant Flames, Justina. We have 3 in the deck. And here is the Grade 1, Stealth Fiend, Shenri. Skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit boosts, if your opponent has 1 or less rear guards, or you played an order this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle. And at the end of the battle, cost, put this unit to your soul. If the cost and pay, draw a card. Confirm the Great One, Stealthy and Shenri. We have 4 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's Great One lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Dragon DD King of Resurgence, Drag Vita, Over Trigger, Skill, Trigger, Additional Effect, choose one of your Vanguards, and stand it. Already the Grade 0, Dragon DD King of Resurgence, Drag Vita, Over Trigger, we have 1 the deck. Up next, the Grade 0, Burning Flail Dragon, Critical Trigger, Skill, Auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and pay, choose one of your units, it gets plus 2000 power until end of turn. And okie dokie, the Grade 0, Burning Flail Dragon, Critical Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 0, Blaze War Mug Sogyo, Critical Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 0, Flare Veil Dragon, Draw Trigger, Skill, Continuous as a Guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5000 shield. Affirmative, the Grade 0, Flare Veil Dragon, we have 3 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 0, Blaze Maiden Riani, Heal Trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And last but not least, the Grade 0, Stealth Fiend Tamari Hime, Heal Trigger, Skill, Auto, when this unit is put in the Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. Confirm, the Grade 0, Stealth Fiend Tamari Hime, Heal Trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And if that has been built, Cardfight explained, for the cards in this deck we are playing, the right deck, 1 Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. 1 Grade 2, Shooting Star Vegila. 1 Grade 1, Rising Star Vegila. And 1 Grade 0, Heated Blade Ardat, starting unit. And for the main deck we are playing, 3 Grade 3, Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. 2 Grade 3, Best Harvest. 3 Grade 3, Dragresonance. 3 Grade 2, Inscribing Bull of Duststorm Baxter. 4 Grade 2, Dragritter Latifa. 3 Grade 2, Dragritter Falheart. 3 Grade 2, Crushing Dragon Spinal Assaulter. 2 Grade 2, Blazing Warcry. 3 Grade 1, Guardian Monk of Raging Flames Maju. 1 Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude. 3 Grade 1, Dancing Princess of Elegant Flames Justina. 4 Grade 1, Stealth Fiend Shenri. And for the triggers of this deck we are playing, 1 Drag Vita, Over Trigger. 8 Critical Triggers. 3 Draw Triggers. And 4 Heal Triggers. With that, the deck has been built, Cardfight is explained. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are back in the main menu. It's time to test out the deck I just showcased to you. So, going over to Fight menu. And here we are in the Fight menu. Going to CPU Fight. Next, we select the deck I just showcased to you, the Dragon Empires. There it is, Dragon Empires. Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon, Dragresonance, DZ-BT03 deck build. Yep, it all looks fine from here. Selecting the deck and choosing my opponent for this fight. The opponent I'm going to be going up against is, I think I'm going to be facing off against, alright then, Rasen Ichidoji, Stoic Chaos, normal difficulty, and click. Deck selected, opponent selected, and going over to the fight. Let's start the fight. The battle begins, let's get started. Here we are in the fight, gonna decide who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Scissors to paper, I win, so let's see, I'm playing a Dragresonance build, focus on rushing my opponent early, so I'm going first. Here we go. Drawing our starting hands, I got myself a over trigger, a best harvest, a foul heart, a critical trigger, and a perfect guard. Holding on to one of each normal unit and order card, just redrawing triggers. Redraw. Another foul heart and a perfect guard. Not too shabby. My turn. Draw. Shenri. I ride from the right deck. My Rising Star Fragila. Discarding for the right deck cost a this is a tough choice. I can't throw away the perfect guards or Shenri. And so my choices are either to ditch my best harvest or one of my 2 copies of Foul Heart. I need at least 6 energy to take out my restanding skill for Wirbel, so and I haven't drawn any other order cards or Justina, so I should probably save this to restart my hand later. So just ditching one of the extra copies of Foul Heart despite not being able to use skill, discard, and right, Fragila. Energy to reset, and end of my turn, my opponent's turn. My opponent rides to Great One. His Great One is Awakening from Slumber Robot, setting Energy Generator, Energy Charge 3, and skill of his starter. He draws a card, and Vanguard skill. He is Superior Calling a plant token to the center column. Main phase, he calls a Rear Guard, 2 copies of Salvia. And Salvia goes first. No guard, taking it. Ow! Damage check. Blazing Warcry, no trigger. Here comes 13k to the Vanguard. No guard, gonna take it. Drive check. Heal trigger, he powers up. If I cannot heal these, so 1 damage to me. Ow! Damage check. Heal trigger, just what I needed. Healing 1 damage. Power to Vanguard. That was a close one. I thought it was gonna take 3 damage at the beginning of the game. 18k from this side. No guard, taking it. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, best harvest. I made the right choice to hold on to my 1 copy here, so end of their turn, my turn. Draw. Heal trigger, huh? Energy charge, and I ride from the right deck, Shooting Star Fragila. There we go, riding it, and I'm activating Rising Star Fragila's skill. Instead of discarding, I can Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast. Draw. And ride. Sorry, no draw, just riding Fragila. And, Shenri. Can't use Shenri yet, so I call Shenri to the... Should I save Shenri for later or now? It's not like I can use Shenri's skill yet, so I'm just gonna go straight to battle phase, and 10,000 power to Vanguard. The attack goes through. Drive check. No trigger. Latifa. Not too bad. 1 damage. And boom. Damage check. No trigger. Safe. And end of my turn, my opponent's turn. Here comes their Grade 2. Energy charge and Grade 2. 3,000 years later, Roa. Skill, retiring a token and calling 2 new ones. That's not good. Main phase, he calls another rear guard. He calls a Latia, right? Here is 13k. I guard with Foul Heart. Guard. And Foul Heart skill. Counter Blast. Or Energy Blast. Energy Blast 3. And draw a card. Draw a critical trigger. This, I can make this work. At least I don't have to worry about my defenses at this point. Here comes 15,000 power from the Vanguard. Even if I got a critical trigger, it'll be 25k. 1 trigger to pass. No guard. I'll save my hand for the rear guard. He drive checks. Heal trigger. He doesn't heal, but he powers up. That's 2 heal triggers, but at least he didn't get to heal 1 damage. Ow! Damage check. Latifa, come on. Here comes 26,000 power. That's not good. Even if I guard, it's not enough, so no choice, taking it, no guard. Out. Damage check. Yes, heal trigger, just what I needed. Lucky. I heal 1 point of damage. Healing and power up. And that was fortunate. Really worried there for a moment. So there is 20,000 there. And end of their turn, my turn. Draw. Let's do this. Energy charge. And I ride from the right deck. Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. The right deck cost, I am discarding a critical trigger. Discard and ride Wirbel. Skill of Rising Star my Shooting Star Virgila. Look at the top 7 cards of my deck for a grade 2. Come on, give me something good. I add Baxter to my hand. Shuffle. That ought to work it. Then Wirbel skill. Energy charge 3. I'm activating the order card. Best Harvest. Adding it in. For this turn, if I retire an opponent's rear card during the main phase, I can draw cards. Then I'm going to call Latifah to the rear guard. Calling. Latifah skill. I'm going to Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast, and look at the top cards of my deck for grade 3 or less. Come on, a great 1. I add Baxter. Calling Baxter to the rear guard. Call. That ought to do it. And then I'm going to call Shenri to the rear guard. Shenri over here or here. I think I'm going to call Shenri over here. There we go. And I am going to activate Wirbel Dragon skill. Energy Blast 3. Energy Blast. And retire 1 rear guard. Retiring the Great 1 in the back row. Lafia. And then Baxter skill. When I retire opponent's rear guard in the same column, he and the Vanguard get plus 5,000 power. Let's do this. Power up. And then activating Best Harvest skill. Draw a card. Come on, a great 1. Shenri, draw. Dragresonance. Not bad. I can use this for my next turn. One more time. Energy Blast 3. Energy Blast. And retiring Salvia. Retire. Baxter skill 1 more time. Power up to the Vanguard and himself. And Best Harvest. Come on, give me a great 1. Draw. Another great 2. I guess it's fine for the time being, so that ought to be enough for a main phase. To the battle phase we go. First up, Vanguard to Vanguard, 23,000 power. The attack goes through. Twin Drive, first check. Yes, draw trigger, just what I needed. I give the power to... I guess I'll give it to the Vanguard for the time being. Because I'm going to restand later. There we go. Power up. Draw a card. Second check. Yes, Shenri. And... boom! 1 damage. Check. Yes, no trigger. Safe. Now here comes Wirbel Dragon. Counter Blast. Counter Blast. And restand. -2 drive. Next up, Baxter to Vanguard, 20,000 power. He guards with a heal trigger, 25k. Expected that somewhat, so. Now, Wirbel Dragon to Vanguard, 33,000 power. The attack goes through. And boom! 1 damage, check. No trigger, safe. Boosted by Shenri. Go, my Latifah. Should I attack the Vanguard or the rear guard? I'll lay on the pressure to the Vanguard, 18,000 power. Then Shenri's skill, an additional 5,000 power. 23,000 power to Vanguard. He's gonna use it that other heal trigger in his hands. Yep, he gave it up. That's one less defense card to worry about. The attack may have failed, but now, here comes Shenri. Into the soul. And draw. Draw. Critical. Where are all my Persona rides? Energy charge, and here comes Rorola. For one precious thing. Skill, he's going to Soul Blast and call plant tokens. 2 of them. Energy Blast 7, draw a card. Wait, what? He's not attacking? Why? I don't get it. He could have attacked and go all in. Is that a glitch in the AI or something? Makes no sense. He should have gone into his battle phase. Well, I'm not going to complain, so I have nothing to write. Going to main phase. Wirbel Dragon skill, Energy Charge 3. Energy Charge. And next, I'm going to call Shenri to the rear guard. Calling over here. And calling Justine over here. Justine skill, discarding a card. I discard one of my Spinal Assaulters. There we go. Discarding, and from my deck I send Dragresonance to the drop zone. There we go. And then Dragresonance is skill. My Vanguard gets an effect. Then Wirbel skill, Energy Blast 3. Retiring plant token in the left front row. Baxter skill. An additional 5,000 power. One more time, Wirbel. Energy Blast 3. Energy Blast, and retire the remaining left column plant token. Baxter skill. More power to himself and the Vanguard. Now let's get started. To the battle phase we go. The Vanguard to the Vanguard. 23k. The attack goes through. Twin Drive. First check. Yes, Persona Ride, finally. Second check. No trigger. Foul Heart. I can draw more cards for counterblast, so 1 damage. Boom. Damage checked. Critical trigger. Lucky him. It all goes to the Vanguard. Wirbel skill, Counter Blast, and Restand. Dragresonance skill, power to the entire front row. Power up. Looking good. Go, Wirbel, 33,000 power to the Vanguard. He guards with a critical trigger, 38k. And next up, boosted by Justine. Go! Baxter, 38,000 power to the Vanguard. The attack goes through, and bang, bang, bang. Damage check. Another trigger, so lucky. 33,000 power to the Vanguard. Now, boosted by Shenri. Go, Latifa! First, my Shenri skill. Plus 5,000 power to herself. More power to the attacking Latifa. Latifa's skill, but since there are rear guards in the same column, nothing happens. 33k to 33k. Skill activated. Retiring. 1 plant token in the center column. 38k, just barely enough. The attack fails. And ka-chink. Shenri skill, into the soul. And draw. Draw. 1 more Shenri, I can use that. Here comes my opponent's turn. Main phase, skill of the Vanguard. Calling 3 plant tokens. Battle phase. Wait, what? Turn end? What is going on? Why does Rasen keep skipping his turn? Every time I Every time I played it on my own off screen, it still works, but only this time it seems to be failing. Wonder why? Huh, that's so weird. Well, guess let's settle the fight here. No point in dabbling on it. Persona ride time. Ride this card. Here goes. Persona ride. Wirbel Dragon. Power to the front row and draw. Oh, come on, not my over trigger. Wirbel skill. Plus 3 energy. Then I'm going to call. In my drop zone, I have. Alright, then I'm going to call Shenri to the rear guard. Calling Shenri. And I'm going to call. Wait, I can't. Let's see. Yep, then I'm going to activate Dragresonance. Power to the effect to the Vanguard, and I call one more Latifa. Over Latifa. And Latifa skill, Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast, and searching the top cards of my deck for... come on, seriously? Fine, I'll call another Latifa. Gonna thin down and filter my deck to increase the chance of getting a trigger at least. Calling Latifa. Over Latifa. And I think we are done. Nope, not yet. Going to Energy Blast time. Energy Blast 3. And retiring Plant Token in the front row. Baxter skill. Power to himself in the Vanguard. Power up, and one more time, Wirbel. Energy Blast 3. Retiring the remaining Plant Token. Retire. In the same column. Baxter skill. More power to himself in the Vanguard. Power up. Looking good. And I'm going to just call my critical trigger Sogyo to the center column. Cannot declare final turn in the main phase, so skipping main phase to the battle phase we go. Boosted by Sogyo. Go, Wirbel, 38,000 power. He perfect guards. And for the perfect guard cost, he's discarding a great one. Twin Drive, first check. Justina. And a second check. Heal trigger. I cannot heal, giving power to my Latifa. There we go. The attack fails, but now, here comes my Wirbel Dragon skill. Counter Blast. And restand Vanguard. -2 drive. Then additional cost. Persona Soul Blast. +1 drive. Dragresonance skill. Power to the front row. Power. One more time. 48,000 power. 43,000 power. 1 drive. Here comes his Vanguard skills, reducing his tokens. Plus 23k and discarding his entire hand. 58k. Twin Drive. 1 drive. Check. Blazing Warcry. The attack fails, but now I got 2 more attacks on the way. Let's go! Boosted by Justina! Go Baxter! 48,000 power. The attack goes through. Bang, bang, bang. Damage checked. No trigger, 6 damage. I win. That was a pretty okay fight, I guess, but even though despite my opponent constantly skipping his battle phase by the time he rises to grade 3 for some reason, I'm not sure if that's like something the CPU made a mistake in or some kind of glitch in the game, but overall it was still a pretty okay-ish match from my side. I managed to draw the cards I needed to make this deck work for me and still play the deck the way it was meant to play, so I got win, attack 40,000 more power, Persona wrote, fought 8 turns, and disappear call. Got 1970 VP, total 5970 VP, leaving the fight and returning to the fight menu. Here we are back in the fight menu, leaving the fight menu, and returning to the main menu. Here we are in the main menu, and with that, it's about time we have for the day. First I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I hope you all show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say goodbye and see you all soon.